Assalamu alaikum. How to register on Nusuk for Hajj. Presented to you by Al-Rajhi, an official Hajj services provider on Nusuk. That every single person intending to go on Hajj in 2024 register on Nusuk Hajj, a platform operated by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. All American Hajjaj must register and directly purchase their packages on Nusuk. It is recommended to complete your application on a computer, as the website is not available as an app for mobile devices. Let's get started. Bismillah! Please go to hajj.nusuk.sa and click on the Start Registration button. Note that this website is different from the Nusuk app, which is used to book Umrah and Roda appointments. On this first page, you will need to select your country of residence, which for our American Hajjaj will be the United States of America. Remember to also select the checkbox acknowledging your selected country. You will also need to enter your email address on this page. Please make sure to accurately spell your email address, as you will need to send a one-time password to this email every time you attempt to log into your Nusuk Hajj account. After completing the acknowledgements and security verification, you'll be able to move on to the next page. You will now need to enter a 6-digit OTP verification code, which will be sent to the email address that you provided on the previous page. Please note that this will be required each time you log into your Nusuk Hajj account. Now, you will be able to finish creating your account by choosing a password. Make sure to enter a password that matches Nusuk's requirements, which are listed below. The requirements will change color from red to green as you fulfill them. Your Nusuk account has now been created. You'll need to log in again using the email address and the password that you just created. Be sure to grab the latest OTP that was sent to your email. The first step once you log in is to upload your passport and a picture of yourself. This step is the one that causes the most confusion, so please be sure to carefully follow the instructions provided. Feel free to pause this video as needed so that you can follow along. The first thing you have to make sure is that your images are uploaded as a PNG or JPEG format. Other file formats, such as a PDF or doc, will not be accepted. In addition, the images must adhere to particular size requirements. Finally, for the passport, you should only include the page that has your image and personal information. The personal picture should have a white background. If you have a non-American passport, you will need to upload a third document as proof of residence. For example, this would be your green card or visa. The upload requirements for proof of residence are identical to passport upload requirements. In order to make sure that your uploads are the correct size, you can use an image resizer tool. We found a free option available online at imageresizer.com. You will be able to upload an image saved on your computer to resize. Please note that for demonstration purposes only, we are using a sample passport and picture found online. You should be using your own passport and image. Make sure to unclick the Lock Aspect Ratio box so that you can correctly resize your passport picture. Nusuk requires your image to be 800 by 400 pixels. After resizing your image, you'll be able to download and save the resized image. For your personal photo, the image has to be 200 by 200 pixels. You'll be able to resize your personal photo following the same steps as resizing your passport. Just make sure to enter 200 by 200 pixels for the photo and uncheck the background fill checkbox. If either of your resized pictures looks a little blurry, do not be concerned. This is because of the small size of the images and should not be a problem as long as you adhere to Nusuk's sizing guidelines. You'll now be able to upload the resized images onto Nusuk. As you can see, there is now a pop-up alerting us about the passport's expiration. The Nusuk platform is able to read your passport and extract your information from it. In the case of our demonstration passport, it is expired, hence why this pop-up is appearing. In order to travel to the Kingdom for Hajj, your passport should be valid for an additional 6 months from the date of your entry. If your passport expires before the end of 2024, you will likely get this alert. For now, you will be able to click the Acknowledge button and continue registering for Hajj. After completing your registration, it is important that you immediately submit your paperwork to renew your passport. Once you get your new passport, you will be able to upload it into Nusuk at a later date. After acknowledging the alert, you'll be able to upload your photo and then continue through the registration process. As you can see on this page, Nusuk was able to complete your profile by reading the information provided on your passport. However, it is always better to double-check the accuracy of all the information listed. You'll have to click on the 2 acknowledgement boxes at the bottom of the page before you'll be able to continue through the registration process. Confirm your submission by selecting the Continue to Submit button. Now, you will be brought to the actual application form. When entering your phone number, please make sure you enter the correct country code. For the United States, this would be +1, as indicated on the screen. You'll also have to enter your social status. Optionally, you can add an emergency contact if you would like to. For both the required street address and home address, you'll be entering identical information. The apartment or house number should just be your specific house's number. Alternatively, if you live in an apartment, it would be your apartment number. Then, choose the closest Saudi embassy to your home from the drop-down list. Your Hajj application also requires your occupational details. If you do not work for an employer, you could choose to identify as self-employed. If you are retired, you can enter retired for all the different entries. If you work for a government agency, you'd select government for the sector. Otherwise, most individuals should be selecting private. The arrival details are just an approximation. For example, you can enter an expected entry date on or near June 7th, and your expected days in the kingdom as 15 or 20 days. For your expected travel method, American pilgrims will be arriving by air, and you can enter your flight number as TBD, as you would not have this information yet. On the next page of the application form, you'll need to answer some personal questions. If you have received multiple visas to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia previously, you should list them all. You should answer the rest of the questions on this page as they apply to your situation. For example, if you have a family member residing in the kingdom, you will be able to enter their information. Here are some of the types of relatives for which you should enter this information. If you hold dual citizenship, or your country of residence differs from your nationality, you can also enter this information here. The final step is to enter your international travel history for the past 6 months. Once you've entered all of your recent trips, if you have any, you will be able to continue on to the next page of the application. In this section of the application, you'll need to answer some background questions about yourself. Please answer the questions accurately as they apply to you. For the question regarding required vaccinations, please note that the only required vaccination for American pilgrims is the meningitis shot. Be sure your meningitis shot is valid. It cannot be more than 3 years old at the time of your arrival to Saudi Arabia. If you do not have a valid meningitis shot, you must take one at least 2 weeks before departing for Hajj. The final page of the application addresses any potential additional needs. Please select any accessibility requirements, health conditions, or allergies you may have before moving on to the summary page. On the summary page, you'll be able to review all your entries to double-check for any errors. At the bottom of the web page, you also have the option to add any additional family members. Please note that if you have family members who intend to perform Hajj with you in 2024, you should add them to your account using this button. You will need to enter the family member's email address, relationship to them, and country of residence. You will be able to add up to 8 family members. It is recommended that you add your family members now, as each one has to be independently verified. After adding, check the 4 boxes for various application acknowledgements. You'll now be able to submit your application by clicking on the green Submit button in the bottom right corner. Mabruk! Your application has now been successfully submitted. You should have received an email confirming this. Your application will now need to be verified by Nusuk. You'll now also be able to explore the Nusuk Hajj website. We suggest looking over the FAQ section thoroughly. There is a lot of important information listed there. In addition, if you made any errors while completing your application, you'll be able to make changes by logging back into your account. We hope this tutorial was beneficial to you. May Allah accept your intention for Hajj and make your journey easier. For more information on next steps after verification, how to add money to your e-wallet, package categories, and Al-Rajhi's package offerings for this year, please reach our American representatives via WhatsApp or their website, nooralfajr.com. Have a blessed day.